for this week's Loop Hangout with Holly. So welcome. Yes. I hope many others will join us, but we're here to talk about goal setting.
Yeah, let's see this topic.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Gerard. And here comes Majid, too. Good. Welcome, everyone. Hopefully everyone can hear me and hear each other.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello, Majid. Welcome.
Can hear you.
You can or cannot?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Good. Good. So, goal setting, English language learning goal setting.
Goal setting.
A very broad topic. How do you set specific goals that are SMART goals? I don't know if you're all familiar with SMART goals. So SMART goals are specific, M for measurable. You have some way of knowing whether they are being completed or not. And hello to Farman Kurdi. Farman Kurd, I'm never sure what name to call you, but welcome.
Hello, Holly. Thanks. Yeah, it's Farman. Yeah, it's the right. The right spell and the right pronouncing. Yeah, it's Farman. Yeah. Yeah. Hello. How are you all?
Well,
glad.
Okay.
Yeah, good to see you all again.
So setting goals. Where do you start? You want to learn English. How do you decide what your goals should be for language learning?
Okay.
And the T?
The T? I'm waiting for someone to tell me. People use different words for some of these letters.
Oh, okay.
And I'm wondering what you think the T might stand for. So usually it relates to time in some way. So you don't just say, I'm going to read 3 passages, but you make it time-specific, time-oriented. I'm going to read 3 passages that are at least 100 words long each week or each month. You set specific time-oriented goals. So what are some examples of language learning goals?
Your sound is not clear, dear Holly. Sorry, your sound is opposing. Yeah. I'm not sure that one, but I'm like, it's not clear to me. I think it's not your problem. It's my net problem.
Sometimes when I type, the sound is not clear if I talk and type at the same time. Sometimes it helps if you leave the Hangout and come back again. Sometimes that makes a difference.
Okay, so
I don't know if anyone else is having trouble hearing me or not.
I think just me. Yeah.
So what's an example of a language learning goal? What are one of your goals?
Hello.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So
all right,
people
so Gerard might share.
people that are applying for a specific exam, they have a goal, which is level.
Okay, so to achieve a certain level.
Mm-hmm.
So if your goal is to pass an exam, and you know the level of the exam, and you know when you're going to take the exam, what type of goals might you set to get yourself a successful score?
Who wanna speak?
Who wants to speak? It helps if you want to speak. There you go, to type a T for talk. All right. Talk
Yeah.
to us, please.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Holly and Gerard, to sharing your viewpoint. Yeah. My aim and my goal for learning English is different from you and from the others because English is not my. It doesn't have any link with my job, and meanwhile doesn't have any link with my career job. Let's say task too. So yeah, my aim is that to familiar to know the other cultures and to get them more materials that have been written in English. Sorry, Abdul Majid, I'm still yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm still ongoing.
You're
Yeah, the
talking
other
about
yeah.
goal setting.
Okay, the
That's all right.
other
He'll
In
be next,
learning,
so
yeah.
it's
For
fine.
exam,
Yeah, but just
yeah.
a moment. Let Farman finish, please.
Okay, the other aim is that for improving, and there's a lot of company that came from foreign Western different countries. They need translators and interpreters as well. So if you know the other language like English, French, or some other like Spanish, the this language will help you to achieve your another job, or at least it offers you to gain more opportunity to work with them and get much more salary despite of your working. Yeah, that's what I want to learn in English. Okay, here you are, Abdul Majid, and it's your turn, Mike. Three.
Okay,
Hello.
Majid. Yes, hello, Sadaf.
Hello, Sadaf. You're welcome.
And Majid,
Hello.
and Majid had a comment.
Holly, just now you asked about studying for an exam to achieve a certain level on an exam.
Mm-hmm.
It's for goal setting.
Or
You ask a different question and Farman has given a different answer.
but it's all related to language learning goal setting. So if your goal is to study for a specific exam, it might be easier to prepare a specific goal. If your goal is to learn English for cultural understanding, you might set up different goals. So what I'm hoping to hear is more specific. So your goal is an exam, your goal is a certain score on an exam, or your goal is to increase cultural understanding. What's next?
My goal,
Here comes
my goal
Karim.
is,
Yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. For me, learning English is not a goal, but it's a necessary thing to get knowledge on English and how to speak and how to talk to strangers, how to talk to respectable persons, and how to talk to HRs to get a job. That is a goal for me now, presently, to get through English, like getting smarter in English, talking fluently with native speakers or HRs.
And HRs, you mean human resource people?
Yeah, human resource people who recruit people in IT industry.
So we have three different purposes for learning English. And the stronger your need is,
Yeah.
the more specific and time-sensitive your goals might be. But I'd like to hear ideas for any of these reasons. There are many reasons to learn a language, and I'm hoping to push you to share some specific possible goals that might help keep you more motivated, might help each of you be successful. And I want to welcome Karim and Sadaf. We had a quick hello, and I see that we have a new comment from Tran. Go ahead.
With me, when I want to learn English, I want to talk and use it fluently. And 1 year later, I want to take an IELTS exam. A lot of people say it's too difficult. I'm so nervous.
And it's the IELTS exam that you want to
Yes.
take?
Yeah.
International
I want to study abroad. So I need to
learning test.
So another goal that many people have is to study abroad or to travel abroad and to be more comfortable speaking with native English speakers and speakers from other first languages, but to be speaking comfortably in English and to be understood. So a wide range of goals. There are many purposes for learning English, and it is often challenging. The goals that people set are often challenging goals. Yes, Farman.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to retake the mic again, but I want to ask you a question. So your English is more understandable than the others that I'm working with them in an oil company. Someone from Texas, he's speaking just by the noise,
Y'all go down there.
Exactly. Yeah, he's
Down
always
there in Texas, people talk funny down there.
Exactly. Yeah. Even a simple thing is he's making this try and making this channel to understand. Sometimes I'll say, "What?" I have to repeat. Sometimes, "What? What did you say?" He said, "Stop watching. I know. I'm just having the nasal speaking, not the mouth speaking." Yeah, he hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't. Ability to open his mouth. Just talking. Among teeth when he's speaking, they're not open. Jaw like and moving jaw exactly. So have to pronounce and giving the right to the words.
Well, they're the right words for him.
Yeah, you said I'm talking rightly. So what's the problem with you? So I said, man, I'm not English. I'm not native. So you have to know that you have to. Focus that I'm not the Christopher or Pete or Adam or other Raphael. They said, no, man, you always blame me.
Yes, it can be challenging for sure.
Exactly.
But it is the same, as I understand, in many, many languages, if not most languages, that there are regional dialects, there are individual accents, and there are people who understand how challenging it is to listen and people who don't. And one probable reason that English may be harder than some languages is the fact that many English speakers, native English speakers, never learned another language. English is their only language. For many, many speakers, this is true. For most other learners, most people from other countries know more than one language. And when you study a language, you learn to listen. You have to, because the sounds are different. And I think the sensitivity to recognizing the need to pronounce and articulate more clearly might come easier to speakers of other languages than it does for many English speakers. Many English speakers never had to listen that carefully because they've only known one language. So there are challenges for sure. I cannot often understand speakers who have a strong Southern drawl and accent.
Drawl, yes.
Yeah.
Drawl,
They
yes.
drawl out those sounds. Can be
Yes.
challenging for me to understand. It's like another language. So any specific ideas for any of the goals we've talked about? What are some ways you can keep yourself motivated, can keep yourself on task? How do you document? Gerard.
Yeah, I think a good way is making short goals, not too optimistic goals. So realistic goals, because some people sometimes make too big expectations, and after some time they get disappointed.
I read some advice this week that I thought was a helpful tip. I haven't posted it on Loop yet. But on with this, along with being realistic and not becoming disappointed. Now I hope I can remember what I was going to say. So someone suggested that you can keep your goals short and achievable, manageable. Many people say that A stands for achievable in a SMART goal. But along with keeping them achievable and along with celebrating little successes, I'm going to forget what the tip was. Oh my gosh. Wait a sec. I'm going to embarrass myself. I started typing and I forgot my thought.
We have double Abdul Majids. Oh. Yes.
Majid has magically appeared twice.
It just reminds me an Indian movie that where two characters in the same shape. Yeah.
Someone understands the movie you're referring to.
Yeah.
Bumped and we didn't give her a chance to talk yet. Hopefully she'll be able to get back in. Majid, I'm hearing a little bit of background noise from one of you. Don't know if you're trying to log in from a mobile device and from a laptop. But I'm hearing my voice echo and it's coming from, I think, from Majid's video coming in. And there's Sadaf again.
Yeah. I accidentally disconnect myself.
Yeah, welcome back.
Easy to do. And we haven't given you a chance to speak yet. I don't know if you want to talk about goal setting at all.
Yeah, it's the most difficult question for me to set a goal. The lifetime achievement. A lifetime goal is to make a goal. That's my ultimate goal, to achieve my goals.
Yeah, they are. It is necessary to
I wish
know
I
one.
can be a person who can achieve goals or who can make goals or I don't know. But for me, initially I had a goal to learn English because I wanted to give IELTS test, but now that goal has become wider. Now I not only that's not it's not the only reason now that I want to learn English. Now I want to learn because I want to really understand the language. I want to read the books that are in English and books from the native speakers, and you can say totally comprehend and have a command on a language. Now that's my ultimate goal. So sometimes you make goal and you start changing your goals. They do not remain same or in a same position. But it's very difficult, however, to achieve your goals, whether they are your smaller goals or your ultimate goals.
Excellent points. One of the things that I'm trying to encourage on, and haven't seen a blog post from each of you yet, but I wrote my blog post trying to publicly document goals that I have. I wrote mine for Loop goals since I already know it. But I hope that each of you will write a post and go public. Keep it and ask feedback. I asked in my blog post if you think my goals are smart. Are they specific enough? Are they measurable? Are they achievable? Are they realistic? Are they time-tasked, time-oriented? So I welcome you to give me suggestions on limiting or adjusting or clarifying my goals, and for you to try and write your own goals. So in our Exploring Loop group, it's a goal-setting post with some ideas that we generated in a weekly Wednesday text chat, and I welcome you to add ideas there or copy them and write a blog post saying October 9th, 2014, these are my SMART goals today. And I'm inviting all of us to try and come back to our blog posts and edit, change, comment. This was too much. I could not do it. I did this. Celebrate what you do accomplish and try to keep working at it. Stay motivated. Help each other. So I hope to see some blog posts from loopers daring to say what their purpose is and what they're going to do about it. Oh, and there's a video of Majid. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So does anyone have a specific goal that they dare to share? Yes, Farman.
Okay, thank you, Holly. Yeah, in fact, yeah, I have read and I've seen your post about the setting goal. So, but I want to, yeah, I want you to have, look for a perfect time to write a post because it has too many. It has many. Things or ideas, topics in my mind to write about. But meanwhile, I feel exactly perfect time. Suitable time. Yeah, right time, or let's say right time to write a post, because mind and mind should focus on what we are talking about and thinking about it. Okay, Abdul Majid left or came back? Welcome back. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. He has, challenging with maybe net problem. I'm challenging with the net. Okay, so the main topic I'm going to talk about the human care. Human care. So who is care about human?
Fear?
No, fear. Care. Human care.
Human care.
Yeah. Who is yeah that this is in my mind to talk about and write a blog post about it. And what we see in the nowadays, even in all the countries, no one care about human. Just they are, kind of ego, pride, selfish. Yeah, and then nothing else. So I hope I will be able to write about it. Okay, my bro calling me, so just wait a minute.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, so we've got a muted Farman mic. Anyone else have a comment? Or a goal to share? Try and help phrase a goal? Yes, Gerard.
I made a goal for myself without the real need. I want to pass the CAE exam. That's an advanced level. It's quite high level, and I do that because I don't know. I would be happy to achieve this level. So I take my time and I do my best.
So you have an advantage in that your goal does not have that urgency. Some people studying a language have a sense of urgency. They need it, they must. And I think it's harder when you have, in some ways harder, in some ways easier, when there's an urgency. You have demonstrated consistent motivation. Do you have any tips for what keeps you motivated?
I don't need anything because it's a thing that it's natural. So I don't need to force myself to study English because it's like a sort of hobby for me. So that it's a big advantage because lots of people force themselves to study English, but actually they are not eager to do so. So that's the main problem.
A challenge. It is a challenge when it's you have to, and I want to, but I'm busy. I want to, but I have to do this. It's. I have lots of excuses for not studying Polish or Korean or French more regularly, or for not picking up another language. Many excuses, many legitimate excuses. So how do you get over that? If you want it bad enough, you can make it happen. So how do you get there? How do you write a short, sensible, achievable goal? Anybody?
Yeah, like I have set one goal because sometimes it happens that I really don't have time to go and write a blog on Loop or write a comment or something. But I have made this goal that I will at least sign in daily. I think for 10 days I was not signing in because of my laptop issue. Otherwise, I opened Loop every day. That's my goal. I have to look at the Loop. I have to see what are the posts, whether I can reply it or not. But I have read this goal, so it's a way to be connected with something you are learning. Otherwise, you detract yourself. Yeah, it's a small achievable goal. So I can manage it. Whether I'm busy, I don't have time. I know I open Facebook daily for a while. I open Hotmail for a while. I have to check my mails. There is some weight loss goals too, so I have to open some websites for tracking my food. So I know that Loop is with them, and whenever I open those, I also open Loop and I see who's posting what. So whether I reply or not, I know who has posted what. And I read almost 1 or 2 blogs. So in the sense, I can improve at least something. I'm getting something. If I'm not replying, it's a passive way of learning. At least you are learning. You are not wasting your time.
So how do you move beyond that? I agree, that's a step. I'm the same thing, sort of, I have in Polish and in French. I get an email every day, and I check my email many times a day. But I get an email every day that introduces one new word to me, and I can listen, read, practice writing if I have time. I usually make an excuse and don't. But I do at least see it, read it, connect, however briefly, however passively. It is a little bit of language coming to me every day. But that's a small passive learning goal. How do we get past that? What's the next goal to get us past that? But I agree.
It would be
for me,
writing a comment.
For me as well.
At least comment
okay.
on 1-2 posts. Gradually increase. Like I try. Well, I mean, the asks that I have made. Okay, I'll do this. And so at least I'll try and post a reply some. This way I can make my writing skills better, or to attend a class at least once a week, attend one class of English. These are small, I think they're the most achieved goals I have made. They're easily achieved without any efforts. Like by sitting on my bed, I can do that.
Thank you. Okay, so we have Farman and then Majid. Yes. Oh, and someone else. Elfin. Is that Elfin? Hello.
Hello.
Nice.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
So Farman.
Yeah, hello.
Farman, your mic is, there you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. You're welcome, Alfie. So, yeah, hi, how are you? So, I just have a comment. I want to add my own opinion that our goal in joining, Hangout is to improve our pronunciation. So, don't you think that we are in a goal achieving right now? So attending a class or leave comments or do something else, all these activities goes to the mold of goals or targets that we are starving or struggling for. So the life itself is challenged, and it has own aim for living. That when you are born, so you have to do something for your future life. So even when we are playing, so our aim, our goal is to win the game. So anyone of us has own goal to achieve their own dreams. So this my vice versa with the Gerard. Gerard says if you are naturally, you will be lucky. So if you are motivated, so I'm not sure that, but I think everything needs the power, supernatural power behind it, and to gain it. So here, that's all, and I've finished it. And another chance for another one. Hopefully, I'll finish.
Okay, so Majid.
Yeah, Taran goal temporarily Taran Trang. Her temporary
Chan?
goal is learning IELTS tests. She will pass, and her permanent goal is not permanent goal. And next goal is getting a seat in abroad country, and another next country, what European country or US, wherever she get a seat. That is her temporary goal. And what is her permanent goal, a long-lasting goal? I didn't hear that.
Okay, so you'd like to know a little bit more from her?
Yes,
Short-term
because she is very
goals. So
silent.
short-term temporary goals versus permanent or long-term goals are important to think about as well. I have always liked the stairway imagery, and your long-term goals are way up here, and you might be down here. You might go up and come down and go up and come down and go up and come down, but you work your way up with shorter, smart goals. So I would like to just make one comment about what Farman had said about improving pronunciation being a goal that might be a goal for some of you. And you might say, I'm going to join one live class, but that's not specific enough, because you can join a class and stay quiet, or you can join a class and say at the beginning or type at the beginning, hey everyone, I really want to work on my pronunciation, especially, and name a sound or two. And then all of us can be listening and trying to help you to meet that goal, and it helps the teacher who happens to be there, or teachers, and helps other members who can let you know. So when you make a goal to improve your pronunciation, try and make it more specific. And Majid was asking about your goal for IELTS, as to which level and when, and then also he's curious if you are willing to share with us where you'd like to study abroad and what you would like to study abroad. So if you would like to talk a little bit more about your goals.
Okay, I want to go abroad in next year September. I want to go Taiwan, and I need to achieve 5.5 scores to go there.
On the general or academic?
Academic course.
So the IELTS academic. Different countries and different universities and colleges will have either the general or the academic. It varies a lot with the IELTS. So, okay, and yes, Australia, many students. Yeah, there is that part. We haven't mentioned yet. But that can be a very real part of setting your goals. And Gerard wanted to comment.
I think our first goal should be get some motivation. If that doesn't come naturally, we can think about the good things the advantages that we can obtain by studying English. For instance, communicate with people from everywhere, reading in English, listening to the music in English, watching movies and TV series, etc.
Someone typed songs earlier too. Yes, finding what works for you. Different things work for different people, and if it's not fun in some way, then it's often not going to continue. And if you're not going to meet your goals, it's time to set them again. Find your motivation. Excellent point. Yeah. Anyone else care to comment? Majid just took a smile picture. I've been taking screenshots because they don't disturb the hangouts out as much as the smile photo does, but I see he took a picture of all of us in the hangout.
When will we take our photos, Abdul Majid? So you are, yeah, you are a photographer. So when will we?
He plays with tools a lot. Look, he's showing us all kinds of things. Elfin, I don't know if you'd like to comment on goal setting.
I'm having a hard time following everything. This is my first hangout, so I'm very excited. Yeah, and it's a great topic, and it's very interesting.
Have you discovered the chat? I'm never sure what people are seeing in their first hangout. Have you found the toolbar that shows those different things?
Yes.
I mean, are you seeing our chat? Okay. Yeah.
I don't
Hangouts
dare.
are fun.
I don't dare do anything, though. I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's fun to schedule a hangout with one person and just play with all of the options.
I will do that.
Fun tricks. Majid is reminding me of some of them. For example, I'm going to put a silly hat on here in a moment. I'm trying to open up the crazy little hat thing. So you should be seeing that. I can paint to be a crown.
Oh God.
Or I could be an angel. I have a halo. So there are crazy things you can do with hangouts. Any thoughts on goal setting?
No.
She's having fun playing. It's very easy to distract to get in too. I like it. Welcome, Abdurrahman.
Yeah, welcome, Abdullah. And finally, we welcome another one. So.
Now I'm trying to figure out, there we go, remove all effects. I'm going to take all the craziness away.
Thank you.
Very slow to work, but I think they're gone. Yeah, so there's lots of distraction available in Hangouts.
Colorless
Abdurrahman, your mic is muted. I don't know if you want to say hello. You'll need to unmute your mic.
Hello.
Say hello to us. Yes. Yeah. So we've been talking about goal setting. I don't know if there are any specific goals or ideas that you wanted to share today about setting English language learning goals.
I think my goal, I have not a specific goal, but it's just for my life first, and maybe for traveling. That's all for me.
So your goals are also rather general.
Yes.
We've talked about how when there's a stronger need or urgency, it can change how you set your goals. We've had a few examples of, we just lost Sadaf. A few examples of how people might set a goal for pronunciation, improving their pronunciation, targeting one aspect of language learning, or try to set goals for many aspects of language learning. If you have an exam, a couple of people mentioned exams. If you know when you're hoping to take an exam, what are some of the other goals that you might set towards passing an exam? What are some smaller, shorter, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-sensitive, time-oriented goals? If you're going to take an exam in 6 months, for example, what do you need to do now?
An exam in English?
Mm-hmm. So if you were going to take the IELTS or the CAE or another exam in 6 months' time, is that realistic? Is that goal realistic? How do you know? How do you set a goal?
Of course, it's not my goal for the moment. But if I put that as a goal, I have to work hardly for these works, and I have to. I need, of course, help from Holly and from many other teachers online or in my real life, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the question.
That's okay. So that's part of what you would work toward. Anybody else? What kinds of questions should you be thinking yourself, asking? If you have a goal, once you have a goal and you have a tentative or definite timeline for achieving that goal, how do you back up to today and start planning realistic goals that will get you there to your longer-term goal? What should you be asking? What should you be assessing? How should you be assessing? Yes, Gerard.
I would split the learning of English in 4 parts: speaking, listening, writing, and reading. And check which would be our level in every part. And from this point, we could know whether we would be able to pass the exam, or how much time should we spend on it.
Still pretty general. Yes, Elfin.
No, I was changing topics. Sorry, I didn't want to.
That happens a lot.
So carry on. Carry
okay,
on.
so you're going to withdraw for a moment. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
So how can we make? So you have an exam. You have a speaking section of the exam. So what's next? How do you make that into a more specific goal? Anyone?
again the question, please.
So you have a goal of an exam, passing an exam. You know that that exam has a speaking, listening, reading, writing part. There are different parts to the exam. You're choosing, for example, speaking. There's a speaking part on the exam. So now you need to make a goal for speaking in order to pass the exam. How do you make a more specific goal? I want to pass the speaking part. That's not a specific goal. How do you prepare yourself? How do you set a goal that helps prepare you to pass the speaking part?
The speaking part, I'll choose Jennifer class for speaking.
Jennifer ESL?
Yeah.
Okay.
She
So
gives a gap of pronunciation. I saw videos on YouTube. She gives a gap in between for repeating a sentence. She speaks a word and then she will say to repeat the word. She will give a gap in that.
Yes, her videos are excellent.
So that in that way we can pronounce very difficult words and easy words too.
So you might set a goal to review 1 or 2 or 3 or more of her videos each week, and along with reviewing the videos, what else?
I will try to speak with her, like when she give a chance to me in that video. She will speak a word and then she will tell to repeat that. I'll practice that lessons, that words, and I will listen to Voice of India, Voice of America, VOA. In that also, they will also provide some words with a paragraph, and they will speak. Then we have to repeat the same sentence by listening to them.
Excellent.
It's not Voice of India,
Example.
Voice of
So you
America.
find resources that you're aware of, that you like, that work for you, that you have some motivation to use, and set a goal of how many or how much time you will spend with each of them. And I would add that you document, keep track of what you are doing. That's easier and easier to do these days with technology tools. But document so that you know, so you can look back. So one way to document might be, in Majid's case, the group that he started, where he is documenting some of his work. But each of you could write a blog post establishing your goals and reporting. I did it. I listened to this video, and I practiced these words. You could use our Audio Boom recorder and practice again and share your practice with loopers. Jennifer ESL has recently begun scheduling classes on WizIQ. Jennifer Lebedev is her name, and if you like Jennifer, you can check her on WizIQ and possibly take a live class with her as well. Might be a future goal. She is a member.
Some of the videos from Ingrid.com. Teacher Ronnie.
I have videos on loop, and the other resources you're talking about, yes, might be a blog post. I was using this and share that. Farman, you had a comment.
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. About how to specific our goals for preparing an exam. So, one of my friends suggest me to read what the applicants or these people who taken the exam before and take them take the books or the papers that which they have, I mean, examine it about. So I think that for reading, we need to read aloud and read as we have a proverb. I'm not sure to read much, not many. So we have to read a little, but not just pages and pages to finish it. To focus in the right spelling, the right pronunciation, and correct sound. So to give the right sound for speaking, for reading or speaking the same. For writing, we need to have a good, structure to follow the grammatical point view or point of view that how to arrange your paragraph, goal, reasons, and then support ideas, support for each reasons. So we will, create an ideal paragraph or essay. So that's what I have. So, but I have to leave before I say bye and thank you for you all. Yeah, and bye. See you later, inshallah, for next year.
All right. So correct. Correct pronunciation of correct.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Yeah.
Okay. So more examples and another idea for motivating yourself can be to network, to research, and talk with other people who have taken the same exam or who have the same goal. And Tran, you want to make a comment?
Okay, I want to talk about writing stats. My teacher say that I have a good at grammar. After that, I have a write short sentences and then long sentences and then paragraphs and then a long so, and then a long. Sorry, I can't. And then write I forget it.
Forget the word that you want.
Yeah.
So you've been working with a teacher on some specific goals.
Yes. But I wonder how to be good at listening. My friend and my teacher say that I should listen a lot of songs in English and watch film in English. I do it, but it doesn't work. I still bad at listening.
So listening is still a challenge. You're not bad at it. It's just still a challenge. You are listening. You are making steps. What have you enjoyed the most when you listen to English? When do you enjoy listening the most?
I often listening at morning. When?
So morning, so time of day can be important too. But what do you enjoy listening to the most? What types of things? Songs, TV shows, movies, classes. What do you benefit the most from or enjoy the most when you are listening?
I think I like the song and
okay, so you when you listen to a song, do you always listen with the words or do you listen without the words or both?
I often listen without the words.
Do you listen with someone else who is also trying to listen to English, to learn English?
I try to listen English, but I often listen. I often don't understand what is talk about.
I don't either, even when they're in English. Songs are often challenging. So songs can be motivating because the music can be helpful. Unfortunately, we are past our hour, and I do need to stop today. But it's a great topic. I hope to revisit. There are some discussions, and we have talked about listening and songs in prior hangouts and prior classes. Lots of good ideas started. I hope each of you will write a blog post on Loop. Document. Put yourself out there. Be brave. Even if it's just one short goal. List a goal. Make it public. Let us support you. Come back to it a month from now and tell us how you succeeded or didn't. And let's help each other. It helps to have a group to work with, and it helps to be as specific as you can. So excellent class. I enjoyed talking with all of you. Oh, there can be grammar in songs sometimes. There is a lot of incorrect grammar in songs, which sometimes makes them not as helpful. I feel like we could talk easily another hour, but I'm going to copy our chat and then say goodbye for today. So thank you, everyone. Hope to talk with you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. How do you go out?
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll close it in 1 second. I'm just trying to copy the chat. There. Okay, bye-bye, everyone.